Hey everyone, this is Chris and welcome to the new Happy Dash podcast. We're super excited to start this podcast journey with you. We've been thinking about doing this for a while and we just felt like this was the perfect time to start it. We know that you probably know us from our online shop at shophappydash.com or our Instagram, but many of you know us because of our fur baby Dash and his Instagram account. Many of you followed his time from being diagnosed with epilepsy to the time he lost his ability to use his back legs, and when he was scanned and we found out Dash had an aggressive form of cancer in July 2018. For all those who followed Dash in the past and continue to follow his page in our new online shop, I just want to take a sec here to say thank you for all your support. Although we're an online shop for dog goods and accessories, we don't want to make this podcast to be all about sales. We don't want this to become a big self-promotion kind of thing. But because this podcast is tied into what we do at shophappydash.com, you'll hear announcements of new item drops from time to time. What we really want to accomplish here on the Happy Dash podcast is to create and be a part of the amazing dog community out there, the same community that helped us with Dash. We've been helped both financially and emotionally with the online dog community in the past, so this is just another way to give back. A source, an outlet, call it what you want, but at the end of the day, it's somewhere where we can voice our own opinions, our stories, and some behind-the-scenes stuff that goes into running a dog goods and accessories company. Also, we look forward to answering your questions that you have for us. Please feel free to contact us if you have a topic that you want us to discuss on future podcasts. There's also a feature where you can leave a voice message as well. There you can leave a voice message and your message and topic might be featured on a future podcast episode. Something that we're really excited to do on this podcast is share our stories and experiences we had after Dash was diagnosed with epilepsy. Everything from how we handled the diagnosis, to the amazing and generous people that we met, to the experience we had with donations and what we went through with a 501c3 nonprofit organization. There will be some stories you might already know, but some stories were private until now. Just keep listening and you'll definitely know who we are and why we ended up starting shophappydash.com. At times, you'll probably notice that some podcast episodes will remind you of a previous episode. Our podcast will feature both owners of shophappydash.com, which means that some episodes will have the same topic as a previous episode. We want to give you our own personal take. We think that will make this podcast unique. Most episodes you will just hear from me, or maybe just Elle, but sometimes you'll get episodes that we're both on at the same time. When it comes to other features on this podcast that we're excited about, it's interviews. We're super excited to interview people in the dog goods industry and people in the dog community. You never know, you might hear someone you know on the podcast, maybe even someone from another brand you might know of already. I can already see someone asking why we would feature another brand on this podcast, and I already have an answer to that. We want to build a community here. I mean, we're a brand ourselves, and it's so easy to get into that whole back and forth of competition. We want to build relationships not only with other brands, but with people in the community. Not everything has to always be about selling something. We actually love other brands in the dog goods space, and we actually support a lot of other brands, and we purchase from other shops regularly. We haven't really decided how often new episodes will be released, but we're targeting for at least a 1 episode per week goal. We'll update you as soon as we figure that out ourselves. As of right now, the Happy Dash podcast is available on Spotify, Anchor, Pocket Cast, but we're also working super hard to get it on other popular streaming platforms like iTunes and Google. We hope you subscribe and join us on our journey with this podcast, and we know it's going to be a bit rough at first, but just give us some time so we can get comfortable behind the mic. Before I end this episode, I just wanted to send a quick shout out to Josh and Melissa at Novabloom Studios. Josh made the intro and the music bed you hear under my voice. If you hear any music or effects or edits, that's all him. Gotta give credit where credit's due. So yeah, thanks to everyone at Novabloom Studios. Make sure to check them out on Instagram at Novabloom Studios. Thanks for stopping by and listening to our first official podcast episode. I really appreciate your time and we definitely don't want to waste it, so we'll do our best to give you the best content we can make. Oh yeah, quick plug for the upcoming events in February. We will be the featured vendor at Sappy Hour inside of At Ease Brewing in Sacramento on the 13th. This event is a Sacramento SPCA event, and a portion of all sales made at our booth during the event will be donated right back to SAC SPCA, so make sure you're there. Also, we have another event at the end of the month. This event is put together by Bark Happy and will be held at Sackyard Community Tap House in Sacramento on the 29th. Sackyard is a favorite location for us and was actually the site of our first ever pop-up this last December. All info for these events and upcoming events can be found on our online shop at shophappydash.com. And until next time, keep dashing forward.